Good morning. We are going to start today at Arlington National Cemetery. Frank has to go to a promotion ceremony. I'm going to follow them up. I don't know if I will attend the ceremony or not, but if I can stay in the back, since I am a little underdressed, and the gentlemen I am with are all dressed very nicely, so I'm going to stay in the back, maybe film a little bit if possible, and kind of see where I go from there. So I'll see if I can just kind of hide in the back and film a little bit and see Colonel Tamisha Morris be promoted to Colonel. So big day for her and her family and friends. All right, let's see what happens. We just entered the Women's Veterans Memorial Building. This is where the ceremony will take place. Pretty amazing thing, man. So she must be proud. I got some amazing stories of female veterans. Private events sign. So I'm gonna, I don't know if I'll stick around for this. This seems to be very, very private.
Ladies and gentlemen, this ceremony will begin momentarily. Good morning, and welcome to Lieutenant Colonel Tamisha Norris's pinning ceremony to the rank of Colonel. At this time, please rise for the entrance of the official party, the singing of the national anthem, and the invocation.
Let us pray. Father in heaven, we thank you for this day of celebration. You said in all our ways we're to acknowledge you. And we thank you for this time of celebrating with our dear friend, our loved one, our relative. We ask you now that your blessings will be upon this ceremony. We thank you for Colonel Norris and her accomplishments and all the things, God, that you have allowed her to achieve and accomplish down through the years, her many travels, the thousands and perhaps millions of miles that she's traveled from one state to another, from one country to another. And so today,
An Army officer typically reaches the rank of colonel around 21 to 23 years of service. Lieutenant Colonel Norris currently has over 21 years. A credit to all who have invested in her Army career. At this time, we will recognize our distinguished guests who support Lieutenant Colonel Norris and were able to join us today. And her first platoon sergeant first class, U.S. Army retired, Maurice Gary. At this time, I would like to introduce the presiding officer and guest speaker for today's ceremony, Major General retired Pat Surgeon.
Good morning. I hesitate to break the silence surrounded by these hallowed grounds of Arlington Cemetery.
With the Peel Knowlton Incorporated, a global public relations firm. When I got the bio and I saw that you were a signal officer, and then you moved into information operations. I hate to say it, but I had to Google it. Okay? Because it's a relatively new specialty. But you oftentimes, talking to young folks right now, you get that high school degree, sometimes I want to stop. You get your college degree, I want to stop. Tamisha, you have sat and become a role model for all the young folks in your family to know that learning is something that you have to do perpetually. We're talking about being in your specialty, supporting combatant commands. Ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about combatant commands, I'm gonna read some names to you. UCOM, CENTCOM, PACOM, SOUTHCOM. These are areas of responsibility that four-star generals have across the Army to ensure that the national interest of our United States is protected. And your work. I'm going to stop there and turn it back over to the MC for just help. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Thank you, sir, for those remarks of the order. Attention to orders. The President of the United States has proposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and abilities of Lieutenant Colonel Tamisha Norris. In view of these qualities and her demonstrated potential for increased responsibility, she is therefore authorized to wear the rank of Colonel in the United States Army, effective date 1 November 2023, signed George J. Piccirilli, Chief of Evaluations, Selections, and Promotions Division. At this time, will Dr. Elisa Norris come forward to assist in pinning Colonel Norris, which is a stylized representation of the eagle dominating the Great Seal of the United States. The eagle has a U.S. shield superimposed on its chest and is holding an olive branch and a bundle of arrows in its talons. The head of the eagle faces towards the olive branch rather than the arrows, advocating peace rather than war. As a result, the head of the eagle always faces towards the viewer's left. Shoulder boards with her new rank. When shoulder or collar insignia is worn, a mirror image version is worn on the right side, such that the eagle always faces forward to the wearer's front. Of all of U.S. military commissioned officer rank, only the colonel's eagle has a distinct right and left insignia. At this time, if Ms. Candace Nicole will make her way to the front. Ms. Candace Nicole will now hand Colonel Norris the new cap with her new insignia attached. At this time, will Lieutenant Colonel retire?
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Tamisha R. Norris,
Having been appointed an officer
having been appointed an officer
in the Army Army of the United States
in the Army of the United States
in the rank of Colonel,
in the rank of Colonel,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office
discharge the duties of the office
on which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
The receptionist, I'll let Lucy do her part, but again, I really truly appreciate you all, every single one of you being here today. Thank you so much. God bless you. Happy Thanksgiving. Ladies and gentlemen, one at a time more. Colonel Norris. Would you all please stand and receive Dr. Larry Murray
I know, right?
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to leave Arlington and probably go back to the hotel so Frank can get out of his
Formal attire.
his pretties and get him in some warmer clothing, and then maybe come back to Arlington and do the loop around and see what there is to see here.
Absolutely.
Do I got a car behind me? Yes, I do. So, yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the hotel, get Frank changed, get him in some warmer clothes, and
Come back.
I think come back to Arlington. And then once we're done here, we'll see.
We'll see what's up.
Yeah, we'll see what time it is and what there is to do next. But again, what an honor it was to go to that ceremony.
Can't
right?
thank you enough, John. You're the man.
Thank you, Frank. All right, we are warmed up. Still in Arlington. I think we're gonna have lunch first, and then head over to the cemetery again. Because you don't want to get stuck in the cemetery and then get hungry. So eat first, then go over there. We just finished up pizza for lunch, and then we come to the Bayou Bakery for some beignets and coffee.
Good deal to me.
All right, after an extended lunch break of pizza and coffee and pastries, we are back here at Arlington National Cemetery, and we're going to walk around here for a couple hours, give or take, and then no real plan today, which I had always seen that we weren't going to be doing much here.
Plan not to have a plan.
Yeah,
today.
we plan not to have a plan today. So we're going to walk around Arlington, see what there is to see. Not even pay attention to the clock. When we're done, we're done. So, all right, let's go inside. All right, now that we are inside the gate of the National Cemetery, I think we are going to make our way over to the grave of John F. Kennedy, President John F. Kennedy. And I guess that's it. Making our way over to President Kennedy, came across Oliver Wendell Holmes. Let's see here, a couple other notables. We have Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the Blackstone right there. You can see the Pentagon from the top of the hill here at Arlington as we make our way around the path ever closer to the home of, or the former home of, Robert E. Lee. I think this is a place that you could spend a number of hours. Really not doing this place justice by breezing through these paths, but we had to come. There you go, Mr. Swart. There's your Berdan sharpshooters. We also got a stone for the Iron Brigade over there. So we got some Gettysburg connections here.
Yep, we got General Cook over here.
General Cook.
Or Crook, I should
Crook.
say. Captured Geronimo in the Sierra Madre Mountains.
Well, that's impressive.
That's impressive.
All right. I think we'll go ahead and enter the former home of General Robert E. Lee.
The true insurrectionist.
Yeah. That's what an insurrection
That's
looks
what
like.
an insurrection looks like. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
So, put the camera down for here for a minute and we'll see what's going on and then come back to you.
Providing meals for the Custis and Lee families was an around-the-clock job for the Arlington House cooking staff.
Make her way into the basement kitchen.
Institutional inequality. And how do you reconcile that for decades, slavery was an evil he defended with his life?
How should we interpret his loyalties and sense of duty when Lee was torn between his home state of Virginia and the Union?
What can we learn from the history that has divided us?
He made significant decisions during his life that led to this moment and defined his place in American history. Did he regret these choices?
Yes.
More importantly, how should we remember the complex legacy of Robert E. Lee today?
I don't know. Should we consider the struggles of his childhood in Arizona?
Well, walking through Robert E. Lee's backyard, and a lot of the signage in the house, a lot of the visitors talking amongst themselves in the house, kind of portray Robert E. Lee as a hero. Now, don't get me wrong, I am a huge fan of Robert E. Lee, and he is the grandfather of the engineers, so I love the man. But
He should have been hung.
hero, he waged war against the United States. I mean, he may be a hero to some, but treason is treason, and period. And I don't know, I think Lincoln and Grant made right decisions as far as the treatment of the Confederacy and the
Which is
treatment of
huge,
Robert E. Lee,
'cause-
and very smart to do so. But at the same time, I could understand an argument about his execution, and but I guess we'll leave it at that. But we'll move away from the house here and continue on.
Unknown.
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. That was pretty. Should be the last one. 4 o'clock. Coming out of the property of the Lee house, I came and I saw a Doubleday from way over there, and I said, no, I wonder if that's who I think it is, and it is. It's General Abner Doubleday. Now, Doubleday would be the commander on the first day of Gettysburg, when General Reynolds is shot in the back of the head and killed. It was General Doubleday would have taken over, and everything kind of went haywire from there on day 1 of Gettysburg. But that's who it is. Interesting. All right. Looking at names all throughout. Frank and I got a little separated, but I'm going to shoot him a text to meet me at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. I think that's the best way to do it. This is a place to see. Spotted them.
As the sun sets over Arlington National Cemetery, so does this another amazing trip to DC. We'll be headed back in the morning.
Yeah, I think we're going to finish up here in Arlington. Done with our trip, done with any more adventures. That's yet to be seen. I suppose there's still plenty of time in the day to do something, but I don't know what that would be. Ice cream, and dinner, maybe. But yeah, I think as far as anything notable, I guess, I think we're done. I think, yeah.
See where the road takes us.
Long weekend, a lot of walking. So
Lots of walking.
I think we're done, but wow.
You never know.
Great 3 days, man. Great 3 days.
Deuces.
All right. Now we left the National Cemetery, I don't know what, 4, 5?
Something like that.
We left National Cemetery
Sundown.
about sundown. Got back to the hotel, kind of warmed up, rested up, and then we went down to the hotel lobby where Colonel Norris and her family were having like a little reception party, and so we joined them, had a little bite to eat, a few drinks. I think this is the first time in a long time I've got to hang out with actual Army folk, and so what a good night, just talking and yip-yapping and all that. So just finished the night with drinks and talking. And
Then I'll say for me, thanks, John, for coming along for the ride. I know this was my thing, but we saw a lot, we did a lot, met a lot of amazing people, and yeah, deuces.
yeah, I don't think this night could have ended any better. Just a night of talking and hanging out with Army folk. So the end to another great history trip. Can't wait for the next one. I don't know when that will be. But until the next time,
Deuces.
thanks for watching.